Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Mr. Anger, back with you for another quick episode of the Mr. Anger Show. Logan. I just got back from seeing that in theaters. Went and saw the 7 o'clock showing for an early screening around here. It is a wonderful movie. Um, if y'all don't mind violence, y'all don't mind language, go enjoy this movie. It's very much a rated R movie, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, just because, they changed the title of the name to say Logan, is very much a Wolverine hack 'em slash 'em movie done rated R style with, more reality at stake and more realism put into the movie than any other X-Men movies before then. It's a darker tale. It is a dark tale because these are about people that are just basically willing. I mean, they're done with life. They're giving up. Especially Logan. Xavier kind of holds on every now and then, but even he is, he's slipping too. He's going out there. The acting was done greatly. The girl that played X-23 was really good. I'm trying to do a spoiler-free review here for everybody. It's up there with The Dark Knight as far as comic book movies go. It's up there, but it will not surpass Dark Knight. It's up there with Dark Knight and V for Vendetta. It takes a darker tone, and you notice that the most powerful comic book movies, the most prominent comic book movies, focus more on realism and focus on a darker tone than these other type of comic book movies. So your standards that everybody holds, for comic book movies have always been that darker, more realistic tone, and Logan presents that in spades. It does, and it's really good. It has a little bit of emotion. It has a few surprises in there, some things that surprised me that I wasn't expecting. But then again, I knew they were going to change the storyline because the comic books Old Man Logan. Fox doesn't own the rights to the other characters from the original story Old Man Logan. Where Hulk or the Hulk was in it, and it was basically Wolverine going up against the Hulk family. So they had to change the story and add respects for that. I mean, go to enjoy it for what it is. It's not a movie that you're going to walk out of there and feel great about, but I mean, it is, but then again, it's not. It's one of those that the ending is, and without giving anything away, the ending it's not a happy ending. It's very much a farewell goodbye type movie, and so be prepared for that. This is the Old Man Logan story, and when it comes to Old Man Logan, it is the story of his death. So, I mean, you got to be prepared for the darkness that is going to be coming from this movie. Because I heard a lot of people in the movie theater going, well, that fucking sucks at the end of the movie. And I'm going to get the details of what happens, but I'm just going to say, they say, they were pissed that, something happens at the end of the movie and they didn't get to walk out with a happy, feel-good feeling that they get from most comic book movies. It's not supposed to be that way. This is Hugh Jackman's last role as a Wolverine. There's a reason for this. There's a reason for this, and I strongly suggest that whoever they get to play the next Wolverine better have at least the screen presence of Hugh Jackman, or be way better. And I kind of find that hard to believe because, I mean, Hugh Jackman did a phenomenal job in this movie, and we got a rated R Logan, a rated R Wolverine that we have been chomping at the bit for quite some time. Go enjoy, have fun. I really enjoyed it. I recommend anybody who's a fan of the Wolverine or X-Men series go see it. It's very different from the X-Men movies. Like I said, it's different than the Marvel movies because it's more gritty down into the realistic. It takes you into that dark, realistic type of feeling, and that's what makes a great superhero movie, especially tying it into realism where you can actually see some of this stuff happening instead of the outlandish sci-fi feeling that we get from most superhero movies where you sit there and you mindlessly watch one. Oh, that's cool, that's neat, in other movies, but that it's CGI, it's fake. It may look pretty, but it's nowhere based in reality. Yeah, so the greats have always tied into a more realistic feel where you felt, that it could possibly actually happen. And of course, some of these things, and I'm not saying that Logan would actually happen, I'm just saying that, some of the aspects of Logan won't ever happen, such as the adamantium claws, the healing factors, mutants, and stuff like that. But that's not the big portion of the movie. The big portion of the movie is the connections you make with these individuals. Would like some questions answered. I mean, this is just kind of, my snippet towards this movie is they kind of released about the past, saying that the mutants are gone, but they never really divulge into details about what happened to the mutants, why they're all gone, why they're all dead. Even there's a line in the movie. Once you watch the movie, you will see it. Xavier says something, and it makes you kind of think and pause and say, "Oh my God, what did he do?" But other than that, it's kind of vague in a sense, and you're just kind of thrust into this world with no explanation on what's going on, and why the mutants are gone, and why this is going on. You do get a little bit of details later on in the movie that explains why the people are chasing them and why people are going after X-23. But I mean, it's very much focused on that storyline, and doesn't explain how they got to the point where they were at the beginning of the movie, and a lot of people were wondering that, leaving the movie theaters. I wish they would have divulged some more details about that. So I highly recommend that you go see this. This is a redemption for all the standalone Wolverine movies. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the Wolverine movies. Wolverine Origins was a good movie. The Wolverine was actually better than Wolverine Origins. Logan puts both of those two movies to shame. It does, and by a landslide, by a lot. So go enjoy Logan. Have fun. You'll get to see the rated R action, the Wolverine we've all been dying to see, and you'll get to see some new characters such as X-23. Did a really great job. The enemies did a good job. Everybody in this movie did a really good job. And like I said, you'll be shocked by some surprises in here in the movie, just as I was. Go see it and enjoy it. I'm Mr. Anger. Y'all have a good day.